taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can play. They can get TFLs, get sacks. It's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll run play action. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipke if they can stop him on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets his first run of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So Clemson's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
To the ground with the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's high. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in...
Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got some room to run. He's at the touchdown, Clemson. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Orange will have to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Inside the 40. Made a defender miss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Looking for a huge play. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking for space. It's Denson. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Second down coming up.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Leon. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Hand off from the shotgun. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it down the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Wells. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's got the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Between the uprights, it's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quick toss. Oh, he's got some space. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check this laundry on the field. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback running on the draw. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. A great catch and run for 6.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Syracuse, 3.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's high. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. A first down for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Buys a little time. Hauls it in. At midfield, he's got room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Denson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1-yard line in this situation. Rushes on him. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. A designed run for the quarterback. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Syracuse, 3.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. As It's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Sends it back in motion. Snaps it in the shotgun. Finds his tight end. Strong, firm tackle. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Clemson jumps to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. Quick step and go. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Snags a quick pass on the left. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Illegal block.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, when you go over the middle, you got to be willing to take the punishment. You're going to get hit a lot of times anyways, so you might as well catch the football. But his arm's starting to look a little bit like Reese Davis when the check comes at dinner.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Got it in the middle. It's high. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today.
Picks up a chunk of yardage. Brings up fourth down.
Makes a catch at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, better look out! And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Got room to work. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Card in the backfield. It's Longo. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Coffee. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. We'll start this fourth quarter as they line up for the field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bauman. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, they're after him. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here. And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game. For this quarterback in this offense, you got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Creates a little room.
Returner is tackled down at the 34. And your Clemson Tigers will take over.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. He's inside the 10. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Clemson jumps to the line.
1st and goal, Tigers.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Go straight ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that situation on the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing it.
Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first down.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Orange will have to punt. Let's see what he can do with it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll send the back in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Longo. Across the 25. He's got room. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Russell to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Best. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's the handoff. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Bauman. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The option look. He'll pitch it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. The give to the tailback. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit, too.